Welcome to our investigation. Generative AI is changing software development very quickly. Tools such as GitHub, Copilot, ChatGPT, and Coursera are now widely being used by developers. According to JetBrainer States of Developer Ecosystem 2024 reports, 4 out of 5 companies are using third-party AI tools in their work. The Stack Overflow 2024 Developer Survey, which includes more than 65,000 developers, found that 76% are using or planning to use AI coding tool. But this raises an important question. Are we gaining productivity while losing code quality, security, and long-term maintainability? Today we are looking at evidence behind these questions. Our research focuses on the benefit and problem of AI powered coding tools. We are not simply explaining what AI is. Instead, we are looking at research that shows both positive and negative effect of these tools. We are focusing on mainly on GitHub Copilot and similar large language module. Learning assistance, coding assistance. Why it this is important? AI generates code with longer something experimental. It is now common in software development. Our report found that 83% of organizations are using AI to generate code, while 57% said it had become a common practice. However, this growth has happened alongside serious security concerns, as AI coding tools can help develop work faster, but they can also create problems in code quality and a long-term maintenance of software. So, today we are looking at 5 main areas: productivity, security vulnerability, coding maintainability, and also impact on social engineering practices and education. Last, the future of AI assistance development. Let's start with productivity because this is where AI coding tools are making some of the biggest claims. A well known study by Pegg and colleagues in 2023 found that developers using GitHub Copilot completed coding tasks by 55.8% faster than developers who did not use AI. GitHub and GitHub also reported similar results. They found that Copilot users completed tasks around 55% faster, with a with an 88% coding retention rate of completing suggestions. However, real world studies show a different picture. A study at NAVIT looking at more than 26,000 comments from 703 reports repositories over 2 years, it found no significant change in coding activity. After developers started using Copilot, even through developers said they felt more productivity. Brains and Companies 2024 technology report gives a more conservative result. It suggests that software engineering organizations are using effectively improving and around 10% to 15%. Oh, so why is there such a big difference? 55% it controlled experiments and 10 to 15% in real life development. One most reason is task complexity. Research by you in 2025 found that AI tools work very well for simple and routine tasks such as factoring the develop documentation. However, they struggle more in complex specialized tasks. This was also reported by Stack Overflow 2024 survey, where 45 of professional developers said AI tools struggle in complex tasks. There is also productivity problem. We can call it the productivity paradox. Developers may spend less time writing code, but they can spend more time checking correct AI generated codes. This means traditional measurements such as lines of codes or numbers of comments may not be accurately shown in real productivity. If AI com- if AI incompletes, outdates, or insecure code, developers have to spend extra time to fix it. So AI can make coding faster, but extra checking and fixing can reduce more of those benefits. Now, let's look at code quality and security. So, what does this research tell us about security? The results are concerning. Peace and colleague in 2022 tested GitHub Copilot by generating 1,689 programs across 89 coding tasks. They found security vulnerability around 40% of the generated program. Even more concerning, vulnerability codes often ranked high in Copilot. This means developers easily choose insecure code if they trust the AI suggestions. Tihanye and colleagues in 2024 found similar problem. They searched shows that at least 62.07 of generated C programming contained security vulnerability. Another study, Code Attack, in 2024 showed that safety protections in major AI modules could be bypassed more than 80% of the time using manipulated code input. But why does this happen? One major reason is the data used to train AI modules. AI modules learn from large amount of public available code. Some of these codes are really old, poor quality, or insecure. As a result, AI can sometimes learn and reproduce these bad codes pattern. Research from the IEEE Computer Society looking at 3,004,336 AI authored comments, it found that more than 15% of the quality, security, and manipulity programs. Even more important, 24.2% of these problems were still present in the latest version of the code. So, AI can help developers write the code quickly, but it can also introduce problems to main in the software. But what most but what about maintainability? In 2026, controlled experiment in empirical software engineering involved 151 participants, with 95% being professional developers. The study found out that AI assistance reduces complications times by 30.7%. Regular AI users saw a larger speed improvement of 55.9%. However, the second phase found no more difference in how easy the code was to change or maintain later. The research also highlighted some risks that still needed more research. This includes code bloat caused by generating too much code and cognitive debt, where developers depend too much on AI and do less thinking themselves. These problems could affect software quality in the long term. So, what does all this mean in software development? So, what does these findings mean for software engineering? We are looking at three different areas: practice, education, and research. For practice, AI should support developers. The evidence suggests that AI coding tools should support developers rather than replace them. AI workers participate well from routine to respective tasks. However, humans are still very important from complex problem solving and decision making. Companies should have clear rule when using AI coding tools. These should include human coding review, automated security tasks, quality checks, security scanning. AI generated code should not simply be accepted without checking. Companies also need to check about technical depth. AI can make it easy to create software quickly, but quick solutions can create problems later. Developers may have to spend more time fixing these problems in the future. Research from Tilburg University on in 2025 also found an interesting effect on teams. AI can make AI can help less experienced developers write code faster, but senior developers may have to spend more time reviewing that code. The research found an average 19% drop in senior development productivity because they had to review more code. These shows that AI may increase individual productivity while creating additional work for experienced developer. For education, developers need new skills. Software engineering education also needs to change. Students should not only learn from write code, they also should learn how to check, test, secure, and improve AI generated codes. This means developers should not blindly trust AI. Students should learn about AI implementation, security testing, code quality, technical depth, human code review. For research, more evidence is needed. There are still several areas that need more research. We need long-term studies and understand the effect of AI assistance development. We also need the way to measure technical depth caused by AI generated code. Researchers should also study how AI affects skills of junior developer. Finally, we need standard method of measuring the quality and security of AI generated codes. Also, this brings us to our final question. Where is AI powered software development heading in the future?